Hi everybody, Larry Satchwell here. Valentine's Day sneaking up fast. This was the biggest piece of lumber I could mill out of my son's box elder, and I kept playing around with sizes of hearts until I got one that was just barely fit on here. I took the widest side. Let's make a bandsaw box. So here's what I was going for. I want the top and the bottom to be larger than the box itself. And then I want this to help locate the lid. So the next step I need to do is glue this back together. And there is a lot of spring in here. Ouch. All right, that ought to do it. Now I have to try to decide what was the top and the bottom. So there's a lot less figure on this side, so this is going to be the top. And where's that little chunk? All right, that's where this came off. All right, that's right. So fortunately, I can glue this at the same time. I'd rather not have a lot of squeeze out on this. So ideally here I want to try to get this as even as I can. Both inside and out. That looks good. Sweet. Dollar store bottles fit in there really well. Little buffer zone. Don't think I moved anything. All right. Give that a rest. Hey, I've got a coal heart I could do something else with. This would make a nice tea light. Or another box. Been a couple hours since the glue went on here. Looks great. So get these off of here. And I need to sand the outside of this. I'm not going to sand the inside because I'm going to flock it. But if I were to put the bottom on, it would make this sanding part a lot harder. So I'm going to sand it. Go through the grits 80, 120, 150, 180, 220. Get everything sanded smooth. So it's time to glue the bottom on, and I've carefully lined it up here. What I don't want to do is get glue on the outside here. So I'm going to go ahead and spray some lacquer on here. I've got to finish the whole thing in lacquer anyway. And I'm going to spray this lacquer on here. And that way, if I do get any glue on the outside, I can get it off pretty easily. And this lacquer will dry in, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes at the most. So I'll give that a chance to set up, and then we'll apply some glue. On the top here, that last part, I was just contouring it a little bit. I really like the way it's looking. And I'm going to go ahead and spray it. There's no reason not to. I'm going to flock the inside of it just so it gets a nice tight fit. And when you flock, you have to seal the wood prior to that. There's some beautiful green in there. Well, that's had plenty of time to dry, and I've got a perfect outline. So now I can glue this up. If I get any squeeze out on the inside, it's not that critical. While that's drying, I can go ahead and tape off the lid here. I don't want to get flocking everywhere. Well, the glue is set up, so now I can seal the inside. Got this all taped up and went ahead and gave it another coat. You can see through the bottom of here, those wormholes. So I want to make sure I get those sealed up. And I plan on giving this several coats of this lacquer, so this is a great time to go ahead and do that. On the outside too, this wood is really soaking it up. I'll sand this with 400 between coats. I'm going to give this about 15 minutes to set up, and then I can paint it and get ready for flocking. This is the flocking glue, and you want to try to get it everywhere. This wood's been sealed, it's dried. The glue matches the flocking, so if you have red flocking, you would have red glue. I think it comes in green, maybe other colors too, I'm sure, I just don't know. Be interesting to see how this does, because there's a lot of voids in this wood with the wormholes in it. So you put the flocking material in this, and then you pump it on. Make sure you get a good layer on it, because you're going to shake it off tomorrow. We'll start on the bottom. I think the flocking adds a lot of class to a box, and it reduces the sanding you have to do. Well, this has been drying overnight, and I'm really anxious to see what it's going to look like. So let's shake it out. Yeah, it's looking nice. You can't see the wormholes in there. I keep it all in this box because then I can reuse it. I've got all the seams of the box taped up. I'll seal this back up and it'll be ready for the next project. There is some sanding I need to do here. Got a great fit on there, so now I need to sand the edges, put a finish on it, and I'll be back to show you that. Well, I'm really pleased with the way this turned out. Lid fits great, lots of color, beautiful inside. So the only thing left to do is to fill it with some chocolates and whatever your sweetie likes. Guess we're gonna have to eat those two, they don't fit. Or maybe your sweeties more into doves. And candy kisses. Don't tell her that this was a full bag of candy kisses, but I've been eating it while I've been making it. Happy Valentine's Day, sweetheart. Thanks for watching.